I'll use a rifle. Seems quite effective. I'm actually kind of impressed. I know, I'm playing the game on easy difficulty, but still. I'm impressed that I dealt that much damage. Odd.
Let's go.
Oh, and let me target that thing. Weird. Well, there's Rukiel's apprentice, what's left of her. So Mission has a very high demolition skill, so she can actually get these mines, recover these mines pretty easily. So she becomes very helpful in that regard. There's another Republic dropship here crashed, but we're not going into it yet because there's a little extra content if you find the Rackle serum. This one in particular. We're not going to bother with it yet.
You there, civilian. This is a restricted area. What are you doing down here?
Look, I've got all the proper security papers.
Security papers? Oh, you're one of those trackers the commander sent down, right? They should have given you an armed escort. It's nasty down here. We've already lost one patrol. We figure the Rak Ghouls got them. We've had so many encounters with those things, we've actually run out of Rak Ghoul serum. Plus, we've had several skirmishes with looters from those lower city swoop gangs. I'm telling you, we should just stay in the upper city where we're in control.
You lost one of your patrols already?
Oh, is that why you're down here? Search and rescue? I didn't think they'd send anyone. They were in the southern section of the Undercity when we lost contact. I would have gone to investigate, but my orders are to search for those crashed escape pods, even if it means leaving another patrol to die.
Why don't you just give up the search?
I'd never disobey my orders. I'm not a fan of court-martials and executions. I was just talking, you know. Come on, patrol, let's get back to it. The sooner we get this search done, the sooner we can get out of this mutant infest.
Nice. Rackle fiends are just stronger versions of the Rackles. It's sad that those things were human once. Really is awful. Hey, look what we found.
Hey, Karth. You're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Taurus compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Terrace would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Taurus ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Terrace. There are worse, too, but Terrace is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for.
Hey, I ain't no kid. I look out for Zalbar as much as he looks out for me. Big Z's my friend, not my babysitter. Jeez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
Settle down right now, both of you.
I don't have to listen to you, Karth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't need them.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Look, let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing. Yes, what's on your...
I want to discuss something with you.
You do? Well, fair enough. What do you want to discuss?
I want to talk about these issues you seem to have with me.
I knew you wouldn't understand where I was coming from. Let me try and explain. You got the skills of an elite commando, and you saved my butt more than once. Between that and your facility with languages, I'm lucky you're here. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop watching you being wary. I'm just not built that way. Period.
Why are you so hostile? What did I do to deserve this?
You haven't done anything yet, but there's no guarantee that you won't do anything in the future. I've been betrayed before by people, and it won't happen again.
Of course it won't happen again if you never trust
Look,
anyone.
I'm not trying to insult you. This is just the way I am. No need to take it personally.
I'm beginning to wonder if you're even capable of trusting anyone.
Well, you can stop wondering. I'm not.
You sure you don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk about it. What I want is to save the galaxy, if that's even possible. Why is whether or not I trust you or anyone so damned important to you? Why do you even care? We don't have time for this, so can we please just drop it for now? Can we pick it up later if you really must? I want to get underway.
Hey there.
I want to know a little more about you.
You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
Where are your parents? Don't you have a family?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Vulkars were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Who want to pick a fight with a Wookiee?
Hey, nobody said the Vulkars were smart, but there were 3 of them. So maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Vulkars at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
You're lucky he didn't fry you with a
Hey,
blaster.
I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Vulkars didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Vulkar a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
What did the other 2 Vulkars do?
The other 2 screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, It isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. I keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
How did you survive before you met
Hey,
Zalbar?
what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
How did Zalbar end
He was
up on
fleeing
Terrace?
some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zalbar like to live in the present.
We should get back to it.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know. It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Yeah, so BioWare has a thing with companions. So talking to companions after certain points, you learn more about them, and it opens up what I like to call companion quests. It's neat.
Greetings once more, Upworlder.
Your apprentice is dead. I have her journal.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land.
Guide you, but I don't even know where the Promised Land is.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Very well. Tell me the history of your
The
people.
great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Terrace, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
Is that how you came to be down here?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Terrace, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
The Promised Land? What's that?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
I have one of the journals you're looking for.
Yes, Upworlder. Well done. However, I see that this journal alone does not have enough clues for me to solve this mystery. Too many pieces are still missing. I'm afraid that only with all three journals, my grandfather's, my father's, and my apprentice's, will I be able to discover the location of the Promised Land. I will leave this journal with you for safekeeping for now. Perhaps it will aid you in your search for the others. I wish you luck, Upworlder, for the sake of the entire village.
Back again.
I need healing. Suddenly I became Genji from Overwatch. I need healing.
I saw you talking with Rukel. He told you his legends about the Promised Land, didn't he? He told you all about his missing apprentice and the other lost explorers, right? You know, most people don't believe his stories. They figure he's nothing but an old cook. But I think there might be some truth in what he's saying. That's why I want to stop him.
Stop him? What are you talking
For
about?
an outcast, I've got things pretty good. The village relies on me to bring in food and supplies. I'm an important man. If it wasn't for Gendar, I'd be running this place.
I get the feeling if it wasn't for Gendar, this place would be a lot worse off than it is.
But if Rukel ever finds his Promised Land, I'm sunk. People won't need to rely on me anymore. I'll just be another nobody like all the rest of the villagers. I won't let that happen.
That's horrible. How can you be so self-centered?
Don't judge me. I learned a long time ago that if I want to survive down here, I've got to look out for number one. The two explorers who went searching for the Promised Land might have found something. They might have found clues or evidence, just like Rukel's apprentice. They would have recorded that information in their journals. I'll pay you if you bring all three journals to me. The two from the explorers and the one from Rukel's apprentice. Then I can destroy the evidence and make sure nobody ever finds the Promised Land. I've saved up enough credits for my business here to make it worth your while if you help me.
Forget it. I won't betray Rukyo and the village for you.
Don't be a fool. I'm the only one here who can pay you for those journals. Once you have all three journals, just bring them to me. Yeah, okay. You'll come back and see me if you want a deal.
So I guess that's the dark side option. If you do the side quests. Might have to move that camera forward a bit more.
What?
Yeah?
Sure.
Also, we're going to need these mines for something later.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Hey there. I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff. It's kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
Griff, you forgot to load my shotgun! Embarrassing, why?
It's complicated. Griff wasn't the most popular guy. He had his faults. But I still loved him, you know? Sometimes people don't understand. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Tars. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in the Starfreighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
You were
I
stowaways?
don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See, this is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
He's family. You have to stick by your family.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Without my brother, I don't know where I'd be. He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know? He taught me how to survive. He showed me how to slice into a computer security system, how to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes, and how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game. Yeah, Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would.
Why did he
He
leave?
fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
Who's
I
Lena?
don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there something else you need? Okay.
A Gamorrean patrol that would never make it back to its kin.
Yeah?
How horrible. Yes, I know.
What?
Since she's a scoundrel, having toughness actually helps a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Sure.
At least these Gamorreans aren't anything like the Gamorreans in Star Wars Battlefront. If you know, you know. Yeah, even I admit that Terrace gets kind of long, drawn out, and boring. But there are things that I know about this game and all of the little tips and tricks that make it a little less mundane. Alright, this one's a dead end. I don't mean to keep throwing grenades, but oh well. Now, little extra abilities like sniper shot, for example, guarantee you get a critical hit, but there's a big defense penalty if you use them. It's not super useful early game, but it becomes a lot more useful later on. It's why I'm not really heavily investing into those. There's not really a reason to. Now this I'll use a grenade for, because there's a whole bunch of them bunched together. And Mission's probably going to die here. I'm surprised she didn't. I'm impressed that she didn't.
This is one of those old-style manual locks. No computer codes or nothing. The sewers is the only place you'd see one of these on Terrace. You can't use conventional security spikes on these old locks. But don't worry. I've come across one before. I've rigged up a little device that should do the trick.
You're a sight for sore eyes,
I'm
Mission.
glad to see you too, Big Z. You didn't think I'd forget about you. Mission and Zalbar, together forever.
Who's that with you?
These are my new friends, Big Z. Without them, I could never have gotten here.
Good to meet you, Zalbar. I'm Ryu Shunai. You know the language of my people? That is rare among your species. I am impressed. You have saved me from a life of servitude and slavery. There is only one way I can ever repay such an act. I will swear a life debt to you.
A life debt? You sure about that, Big Z? Think about it carefully. You better be sure about this.
I am sure, Mission. This is an issue of great importance to me because of our great physical strength. Wookiees are being used as slave labor on our own homeworld. They see us as brutes and animals to be exploited. Over the years, slavers have taken many of our people. We must always be on our guard against raids on our people. When the Gomorians captured me, I thought I was doomed to a life of servitude. I have been saved from such a fate, and the only way I can repay that is through a life debt.
Life debt to you? Wow. This is major. Do you realize what it means?
Some kind of loyalty vow, isn't it? Let me guess. It means I got a walking carpet following me for the rest of my days.
A life debt is the most solemn vow a Wookiee can make. It means he'll stay by your side for the rest of your life. Wherever you go, whatever you do, Zalbar will be with you.
In the presence of you, I always swear my life debt. Forever, I will be by your side, Ryu Shunai. May my vow be as strong as the roots of the great worship trees of Kashyyyk. I am honored to accept this
I
vow.
guess this means you're stuck with me, too. Wherever Big Z goes, I'm going. I almost lost him once. It's not gonna happen again.
Great, a Wookiee and a snot-nosed punk.
So, I guess I still owe you one secret path into the vocal base. That was the deal, wasn't it? Don't worry. I know a back door into that scum den.
Good, the sooner we get there, the
I
better.
better come with you. The Volkers put up a force shield to keep the sewer dwellers out. I'm one of the only non-Volkers on Terrace who can get you past it. I can't remember exactly how to get there, but I know it was somewhere here in the sewers. Over to the northeast, if I remember right. I just hope the Rancor monster isn't still there.
A Rancor? Are you
There
serious?
used to be a Rancor monster that made its nest in that part of the sewers. Pretty much eats anything it can get its claws on. That thing is huge. Luckily, Rankers aren't too bright. I was able to sneak past them before, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. That is, unless you want to change your mind.
That's not really an option. Let's go.
Okay then, off we go. Well, like I said, somewhere to the southeast.
You just said northwest a moment ago. Which is it? So we'll take Zalbar and Mission. Zalbar being a Wookiee scout, he's actually kind of insane. If you give Wookiees a melee weapon, they cannot wear armor. That is one thing to keep in mind. But the fact that they can... pardon me. They deal a crap ton of damage because Wookiees, wow. Do I need to explain it?
What? Gotcha. Simple.
No problem. Didn't work.
What?
I'll use his bowcaster. Why not? It's upgradable, by the way.
Huh? Gotcha. Simple.
Sure.
See, what level am I? 5? Nah, I'm going to keep the level up
Yeah?
for later.
Sure.
I let myself to get up to at least level 4. But I'm going to keep the level ups for a later time. Okay, there's a way to that door.
Huh?
Yes?
What?
Yes?
Okay, so I never found those journals, so...
Hey, Big Z, we gotta do something about your breath. I didn't want to say anything, but it's bad. Worse than usual, which is hard to believe. In fact, now that I think about it, your breath has been pretty rancid ever since we rescued you from those Gamorrean slavers. What'd they feed you, buddy?
They didn't. I wasn't their guest mission. I was a prisoner. I don't think they cared much what happened to me.
Oh, Zalbar, that's terrible. I know how grouchy you get if you don't get your 8 square meals a day. I'm amazed you didn't pass out from hunger.
I did manage to take a chunk out of the arm of one of the guards that wandered too close to my cage, but it tasted awful, so I spit it out.
Ew. No wonder your breath is so bad, Big Z. Gamorreans smell like bantha poodoo. We'll have to pick you up a toothbrush to clean that stench out of your choppers.
Wookiees do not brush your teeth, Mission. It just isn't done. What humiliation will we use on me next? A comb?
Hey, relax. No toothbrush. Sheesh. that smell, okay? Stay away from anything that's smart enough to lock you in a cage this time.
I'll take care of it as soon as I can, Mission. For now, let's stay focused on the task at hand. Yeah, that'll do it. If you get it to for alligator and it has bite, it's pretty much game over for Morty. Even back in the day, that was an optimal strategy. One of the Promised Land journals. There's one more down here. So we'll cut right ahead to it. Okay, there's a section I have not been to yet. A couple sections, actually. There's a way out, but it doesn't lead anywhere.
What?
There's the other one we needed.
Yes?
Okay. Well, now we just need to head back. And that's going to be all the time that we have. So until next time, Ryo Nakage 33 signing off.